Hi, today we are going to discuss fatigue failure in failure mechanism in the subject of material technology. Now, before going to understand fatigue failure, let me discuss what is fatigue, what are the various types of fatigue, and why fatigue is observed in any material. Let me discuss the definition first. The fatigue definition is like this. Please observe the sentence. Fatigue is a form of failure that occurs in structures subjected to dynamic and fluctuating stresses. Here, the main point is fatigue, in which form it will be observed. So that means how we can identify the fatigue load. The fatigue can be identified not only in the static one, whenever the body is in dynamic condition or in fluctuating conditions. In that case, if the stresses are applied, then automatically a fracture will be observed in the material. That fracture may be because of fatigue. Anyway, we are going to discuss the fatigue failure in detail. This will be observed in bridges, aircraft, and machine component. If these circumstances are happened around the material, it is possible for failure to occur at a stress level considerably lower than tensile. This sentence clearly shows that up to what level the stress can be applied to the material and at which stress or at which load the material undergone fatigue failure. Here, lower than tensile or yield strength for static load. So then automatically the fatigue failure may be observed. And the term here we are utilizing continuously the fatigue. This fatigue is used because this type of failure normally occurs after a lengthy period of repeated stress. Here, this word says that fatigue is observed in any material due to repeated stress or strain cycling. So that means a repeated load may be observed on the material. Because of that, the failure may be happened in the material. So that failure or that crack can be represented as a fatigue crack. And why we are giving this much importance to the fatigue? Because it is the single largest cause of failure in metals, estimated to comprise approximately 90% of all metallic failure. Here, so 90% of the failures are observed due to fatigue failure only. So that's why we are giving a lot of importance to understand, to analyze how the crack is happened due to fatigue. If you are able to understand the fatigue failure, automatically we can avoid these failure in most of the metals. Here, polymers and ceramics, except for the glasses, these fatigue failures may be observed. And here all this is about fatigue. Now what do you mean by fatigue failure? Observe the definition first. Observe the definition clearly. Fatigue failure is defined as the tendency of a material to fracture by means of progressive brittle cracking under repeated alternating or cyclic stresses of an intensity considerably below the normal strength. Here, 2 to 3 words are utilized by the definition. The first one is, here it is a fracture. So that means after the crack propagates, it can be represented as a fracture. In initial stage, it is represented as a crack. If the crack propagates, it can be represented as a fracture. And if this fracture is happened due to repeated stresses, or in another words, we can say that it is a cyclic stresses, this cyclic stresses. And how much load we can apply on the material? and at what load this fatigue failure may be happened. So it clearly shows that the last word clearly says that below the normal strength. So that means whatever the load you are applying on the material, that may be below the normal strength. Now see some image here which shows the fatigue failure, fatigue or fatigue fracture. Observe the surface of the material. Here is the initiation where the crack is initiated. This is the stage 1. After that, slowly the crack propagates like this. It is in the form of rings. We can say that it is a fatigue crack propagation. That means this is the starting, this is the propagation. After that, it expands, and all the other area, whatever the area that you are seeing, that is represented as catastrophic rupture. So what do you mean by catastrophic rupture here? This catastrophic rupture means, you can clearly says that this failure is a sudden and a total failure from which recovery is impossible. So that means catastrophic failures often lead to a cascading systems failure. The term is mostly commonly used for structural failures, but has often been extended to many other disciplines in which total and irrecoverable loss occurs. So that's why this failure, so that means this area, observe this area here, which is represented as a catastrophic rupture or catastrophic failure. This area is very, very important, which has to be analyzed in understanding fatigue crack or fatigue failure. Now, here the next point is why or where does this failure occur? You can observe the sentence here. Whatever the theory says, that theory says that it occurs when a material fails at loads lower than the determined yield strength. This word, try to understand the word here, lower than the determined yield strength. In the earlier slide also, you have clearly see the load applied is below the normal strength. Here also it is saying that lower than the determined yield strength and is usually caused by stress from cyclic loading. So this word is very, very important to analyze whether it is fatigue failure or creep failure. There exists two failure here. One is fatigue failure and other one is creep failure. But if it is due to cyclic loading, we can say that it is fatigue failure only. So that means cyclic loading is the main cause, and over a period of time. Here the period of time is also important. How much time, up to what time you have given the load on the material. Now in another image, please see the actual picture here. This is the image that you have seen in earlier slide, in which crack initiation and after that propagates in this direction, and all this is catastrophic rupture here. This rupture is the rupture. This surface, the same surface, is the real image which resembles this picture here. The fatigue rupture can be identified like this. It is in the form of rings. The fatigue crack propagation, whenever the fatigue crack propagates, you can observe some rings like this. You can observe the another image. The fatigue crack may be like this. This is the microstructure of a material. The surface looks like this. Here, this area is undergone fatigue crack. Now we will observe another image. Here, observe the gear here. This is the cam operated ratchet ball mechanism. If you observe the mechanism, this gear is slowly moving with the help of this link. But here, if you observe the contact, now you can observe the contact position here. This is the contact area at which the cyclic loading, the load may not be the greater one. This load is, we can say that it is a normal strength below the yield strength, but due to cyclic stresses, due to these cyclic stresses, the area, the contact area may be undergone fatigue load. So this load is represented as a fatigue load. So that means due to cyclic loading. So that means continuously after some time, this particular link is having contact and applying load on the gear mechanism or at some point like this. So this can be the best example for fatigue load. What is the reason for fatigue failure? So whatever the sentences that we have seen up to now, observe the main point here. The most of the fatigue failures are due to the cyclic loads only, significantly below the loads that would result in yielding of the material. So that means here the main important point is what is the result after the fatigue loads are applied on the material. So that means the material is undergone yielding, and that is called as a yield of the material. Then in that condition fatigue failure may be happened and cracks may be observed. The failure occurs due to the cyclic nature of the load. If the cyclic nature is not existed, the failure may not existed. So that means here the main important point is cyclic nature is important, and which causes microscopic material imperfections. So that means some flaws or some cracks may not be visible with the help of naked eye, so that can be observed only under microscope. So that's why they can be represented as a microscopic material imperfections. Those are represented as a flaws to grow into a macroscopic. So that means when it is in the form of microscopic, we cannot observe with the help of naked eye, but when they are grow, that means a crack initiation, after that crack is grown into the macroscopic, then we can observe with the help of naked eye or with the help of an optical microscope, and which is represented as the initial phase. Actually, three stages are existed for fatigue failure. So you can observe the first one is initiation, that is crack initiation. The next one is crack propagation, and the next one is final rupture. Here there are types of what type of stress cause fatigue failure. Here so many types are available, but the fatigue failure is happened due to cyclic stresses only, but the applied load may be different. You can observe the applied stresses may be tensile, compressive, or torsional, whatever. So that stress application may be tensile, may be compressive, may be torsional. But if it is a repetitive load, if it is a cyclic load, then automatically the crack may be initiated. Then the crack may be propagated, and that will lead to the fatigue failure. You can observe some of the important features here. This process occurs by the initiation and propagation of cracks, and ordinarily the fracture surface is perpendicular. This point, try to observe, the fracture surface is perpendicular to the direction of an applied tensile stress. And whenever these cyclic stresses are applied to the material, even though the stresses do not cause plastic deformation, but the material may be failed due to fatigue only. Sometimes plastic deformation may not be happened. That means it looks like a brittle application or a brittle material, but fatigue, due to fatigue, the material may be failed. So this fatigue failure is very, very important, and we have to observe, we have to analyze in a proper manner. So that's why this point says that this fatigue is catastrophic. Already we have discussed, and insidious, very danger, occurring very suddenly and without warning. So that's why if it occurs without warning, then the material may be failed, which causes a lot of loss in any industry. So that's why we have to analyze this fatigue failure and this fatigue failure. So just now we have discussed that it is a brittle like in nature, even in normally ductile materials. That's the main disadvantage of fatigue failure. Sometimes we are unable to observe the fatigue failure in the material. In that there is a very little, if any, plastic deformation associated with failure. So that means sometimes plastic deformation may not be happened. All of a sudden, this due to repeated loads, fatigue failure may be observed in the material. So that is the main disadvantage of fatigue failure. So that's why this fatigue failure has to be analyzed and has to be identified before it is observed in the material. So this is all about fatigue failure in failure mechanisms, that is in material technology. And in next coming videos, we'll discuss the various stages of fatigue failure. So this is all about fatigue failure in material technology. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.